There are some things, you know, that will never go away or never change.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll and Fleetwood Mac. It's the inside story, next. In the 70s, you remember she was the beautiful, raspy voice of a generation, the ultimate rock and roll mystic princess. Today, Stevie Nicks, famous for her leading voice in Fleetwood Mac, is turning 50, believe it or not, but she's still turning out hit records. It's a testament to her amazing talent, but more to her tenacious spirit of survival. Tonight, Stevie Nicks, the incredible inside story. First, there was last year's Fleetwood Mac reunion, which was more successful than anyone predicted. And now, on the verge of her 50th birthday, Stevie just released a box set containing 46 of her best-known songs as a solo act. She calls it Enchanted. Is it a time of enchantment for you, of a rebirth in a sense?
That's a good word. Yes, it is. Life is good for me right now. I'm pretty happy.
It's a remarkable renaissance for a woman who nearly died on drugs 11 years ago. At the time, Stevie was a superstar juggling Fleetwood Mac with a surging solo career. She also says she snorted so much cocaine, she burned a hole through the cartilage of her nose. When did you first know that, man, this is not just recreation, I'm in trouble?
Well, it was starting to be just a drag. Somebody told me that I, you know, if I didn't stop, something was gonna blow up in my head.
Was it a doctor?
And yeah, and you know, basically said, you know, the hole in your nose will destroy your head soon if you don't stop. And that was really enough to scare me, absolutely scare me to death. And I went straight to Betty Ford.
When you say you learned lessons from hard times, what did you learn from those times? The self-destructive behavior.
They made me aware of how precious life is.
Now, clean and sober, Stevie also treasures the memories of Fleetwood Mac. After years of infighting and stormy romances, she quit touring with the band in 1990. But last year, she buried the hatchet and rejoined the group that made her famous. Having been back with Fleetwood Mac, did it heal all the old wounds?
It healed a lot of wounds. There are some things, you know, that will never go away or never change. There's all the history that we have.
Tell me why.
The Mac reunion was especially meaningful for Stevie and her ex-boyfriend, Lindsey Buckingham. They joined the band together in 1975. Their 1977 breakup inspired some of Mac's most memorable songs.
You can go your own way.
Last year, they seemed to reconnect in an MTV concert. You and Lindsey had this locked intensity when you looked at each other, the intensity of lovers. Was that just reading into something, or was there something really there?
Well, that's all about what was really there, yeah. You know, I mean, we're not there now, so, but we are able to talk about it.
The big question, will Fleetwood Mac tour again, perform again, write new songs?
Everybody's tired now. They need a break, so I think that things will end up working out. In a couple of years, we'll get back together.
A timeless voice of rock and roll legend Stevie Nicks. We love her. She's going to begin her U.S. solo tour on Wednesday. Look for her. I'm sure it's going to be amazing, and she is amazing, Nancy.
Oh, she is. She is absolutely one of my all-time